Hello and welcome. I'm Rave, and this is my entrance into the Hat Films Razer Goodies Craft Christmas competition. As you can see, this is all of Santa's reindeer, including Rudolph, and as you will see in a second, Santa's sleigh. Santa's sleigh has presents inside dedicated to YouTubers that I watch, and featuring the Razer logo is a gift box which has Hat Films presents inside. Also, the words Razer are written on the back, just for extra. It also features two songs, Jingle Bells and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, both with the repeat option in case you want to continuously listen to them. And it is all built on top of an island inside of a snow biome. But the island actually, not snow biome, inside of an ocean biome. And the island actually stops about here, and as you can see when I go down here, this is the music room, where all the way down to that far wall down there, which you can't see yet, is music. So that far wall there, and this separator separates the two songs, that is the music for the two songs. And the island stops about here, and as you can see, I extended this by hand, no mods, no nothing. I don't even have too many items or zombie installed. Creepy noises. But it's built on top of an ocean, wide open ocean. Now, if we go up for a second, I can show you the songs. So that is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. As I said, it has a repeat option, in case you want to repeat the song. And this is Jingle Bells. As you can see, the entire project is surrounded by giant-sized snow. An interesting process, which you can watch later in the video. Or you can watch how everything progressed later in the video, which includes the process where I made the snowflakes. Another thing is the deer antlers. Each one is entirely different and customized, as opposed to the deer, which were built off of one another, so they look almost identical except for their legs and their antlers. There are small differences that if you really wanted to look, you could. And now we will open the Hat Films gifts. We'll start off with DJ H through Max's, and inside, the closest thing you can get to a Razer in Minecraft. Trotimus's is a brand new white lab coat. Imagination not included. Inside of Al Smithy's is pretty self-explanatory. So, the next presents, I will open P-Bats. In his presents, we find... Oops, well, we see that he had 11 diamonds and a bed. The 11 diamonds just because, riches are just about everything in Minecraft, especially when you're playing single player and multiplayer. And this is Kurt J. Max. Oh, by the way, you can see everybody's channel on screen. There'll be a link. I'll probably put it in this corner. Why not? You can't see that, can you? No, you can't. So yeah, Ender Pearls. I know you're in 1.7, but it will hopefully help you get to the far lands like you're looking. Beds, which will help you. You're always making beds. Stuff to feed Wolfie, and an extra compass. Now, inside of this one is Sorvius's. He's the one who inspired me to make my Minecraft videos. And as you can see, I have enders to help you on your stronghold adventure, which I understand you've completed now, and diamond gear, always useful. Inside of this present is Zach Scott's, and inside you'll find a stick. Interpret how you will. Next up is Etho. Etho is the one who inspired me to, not really inspired, but he's the one who essentially taught me how to work with redstone just by watching his videos. Also boats, he's very good with boats, and an infinite water source. And Captain Sparkles. Probably one of the more well-known aside from PBAT. Just things to help you on your custom map adventure. And now, as it becomes nighttime, you can continue watching this video to see the steps of how everything was made, or you can stop here. There's nothing really much else to show. Another thing is this will all be blown up. I'll make sure to save a world backup. And, but if I win, this whole thing is going to be detonated. And it will be a mighty big boom. But as I say, goodbye, thank you, and the world download. Can't forget that. That is in the description. Thank you for watching. This is the screenshots of essentially the progression of the project. This first one is of the island as I was flattening it. The next one is another flattening picture. This one is where I start putting the sleigh together, another one with a sleigh, and as the sleigh comes more together. Once again, as it progresses, it looks more and more to look like a sleigh. It starts getting filled, and I start putting out frames to fill in the rest of it. And here's the finished sleigh. As you can see, there's rain from the ocean biome. Luckily, that didn't happen in the video earlier, but I couldn't have done it in a snow biome because if I did, it would cover everything in snow and ruin the appeal of the look and everything. I put the seat in the sleigh, and this is the picture of the first reindeer working on it, a very basic structure, trying to get everything just started out and trying to find somewhere to start. Rounding it off, and making it more conical or cylindrical, I guess. And working on the head. And as you can see, I started off with wood as the side instead of having reins, because the reins were... I didn't think of the reins at first, and I thought the wood would have been more traditional anyway, but it turned out for the reins to look ultimately better. This is a picture after the first deer is completely done, and I've started to work on the second deer. And this is of the first deer, the front version, which is essentially the same as what you can see now. This is a more complete second deer, front view of the second deer. A very thing-looking second deer, and complete second deer aside from antlers and legs. This is me filling in the snow and replacing all the grass with snow. Relatively slow process, however, as you'll see in a second, the extending of the snow under the deer was a lot longer, especially giving it contours and adding ice. Those were more tedious than actual thinking about what things to look like. And here's an overhead view and another overhead view of the deer as they were coming together. This is essentially a bare frame of what the deer are going to look like now that I have the basic structure down. And here they are filled in, an overhead of them filled in. And the heads now done with another thing picture. Here are the heads of the rest of them. I decided to make it more procedural, so I did the same thing on each one as I went along. Looks really awkward. A lot of things. And as I move along, here they are, completely done without antlers or legs. Here is the finally the first side of the contoured um, island. As you can see, it's still elevated off the water. The next one, I have brought it down to the water on this side, and now I've started to work on the reins. And as you can see, the deer are almost completely done. I've gotten the legs on them, and the antlers are not there yet, but they'll be there soon. And there they are. Here is Rudolph, doesn't have a nose yet, and there he does. The finishing touches on the deer. As you can see, Rudolph doesn't have much for antlers. I decided to give him slightly larger antlers. But yeah, that progresses a little bit later. Here's a picture of just about everything. As you can see, I filled in all of the odd areas with ice, leaving rectangles, which then would be much more easily filled in. Also, you can see the sleigh without any gifts, and the deer. As you can see, this is an overhead view of the ice, almost finished. At this point, I was really excited and like almost there. And completely done an overhead view of everything before the gifts. This was an early rendition of the box and Razer logo. I originally went with green with the box, decided that wasn't a good look. And as you can see, I changed it to black. Then I started working on presents. There's a very awkward looking one. I have Kurt's done, but this one, I don't know what was going with that. I was trying to make one sideways, didn't turn out. And here are the presents all done, although I don't believe... Oh, they are addressed. Never mind. And here's a finished view of everything. I still haven't done the songs yet, and those pictures will be coming up soon. As you can see, the Razer logo and the Razer name. Under here is the area that I started to dig out for the songs. At this point, I had to reinstall Minecraft because the notebooks weren't working properly, just because I had updated to snapshots, and this was still old bin from back from a long time ago. I think it actually had been since alpha, since all the stuff would fully updated, so I did that. As you can see, the underground here is more cleared out, lit up. And I decided, note blocks, having trouble with them at the time. So here is the snow. This looks like a lot of griefers have been in the area. And yeah, tons of noob towers. But as you can see, they turned nicely into snow. You just delete everything you want, and if you space them out properly, you can't tell that they're stacked one above another. Which is really cool looking. You can also get that effect for stars if you're doing an outer space map. One good example of that is Deep Space Turtle Chase. I'm not sure how they actually did that, but if you wanted to do this, this would be a good option for it. This is a final look at everything during the daytime with the snow and the presents. So if I get to the final 10, make sure to vote for me, and this thing will be filled with TNT and set off. But otherwise, even if I don't win, the download for the world will be in the description, and you can download, explore yourself, listen to the music. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and goodbye.